This is a video on how to measure oil clearance using plasti-gauge. Plasti-gauge is a simple but effective method for the measurements between fitted surfaces. It is particularly useful for measuring clearance in split bearings or where a feeler gauge cannot be used. With the crankshaft exposed, use a piece of plasti-gauge on the journal. Replace the shell and the big end bearing. And then tighten them to manufacturer's recommendations. Once they're torqued up, remove the bolts. And the plasti-gauge will have compressed onto the bearing or journal. Line up the plasti-gauge chart onto the compressed plasti-gauge. As you can see, this oil clearance is 0.03 of an inch. This needs to be compared with manufacturer specifications to check that it is in spec. If the oil clearance was too small, oil would not be able to pass between the bearings and the journal, which would cause the engine to seize. If the clearance was too large, oil pressure would drop and a loud knocking noise would come from the bottom end, and the life of the bearings and crankshaft would be diminished.